Hello everyone, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. Sorry I haven't been posting these as often as I'd like, but I'm hoping to get back into more of a steady upload schedule here soon. Anyway, today I wanted to break down some of my own licks that I used in a recent original that I posted back in September last year, a song I wrote called If Only You Believed in You, like I do. At any rate, there are some licks in there that were inspired by an early Jeff Beck tune called Jeff's Boogie. And there are several great versions on YouTube of him performing this. One is from, I think, 1969. It's live audio, and I'm going to get into that here soon, too, and just break. It's a real extended version of Jeff's Boogie where he goes into all kinds of crazy licks that would be fun to break down. But anyway, there's just one simple lick of his that I'm using on as an inspiration on this tune, If You Believed in You, If Only You Believed in You. And in addition to that, I'm also using some arpeggio licks. And some of you may be getting into my arpeggio series that I've got 3 parts out on now, and I want to put part 4 up of that next, and then there'll be one more part to go. It's just the caged arpeggios in all 5 caged positions. The first lick in this song, and I'll play a little piece of my tune here, and I might even actually edit in the video so you can see that. But it comes right here at around 217 on the video, I believe, and it's a C formation G chord arpeggio. I'll just let you hear it first. So,
where all your dreams come true.
Right here. Oh, right here.
There's a better way. There's a bright.
Okay, and I come out of that back into some more volume swells. So that's the first thing I'm going to break down, and that is basically the C formation G chord here at the 7th fret. And in this song, it's the 5 chord. It's the 1 chord, 6 minor, 4 chord, 5 chord. So I'm hitting it on that 5 chord right before we go back into the 1 chord, which is the C chord. So what I'm doing there is just starting on the pinky on the 5th string, 10th fret there, and just raking up. If you can see, pinky, ring, 1st finger, middle. I'm sorry, I don't use that note in this rake arpeggio. I just go through and hit that top pinky note on the 10th fret of the little E string. So it's basically you're just raking with your pick. Rake through those 5 strings and then back down on starting upstroke on the B string. And then I go to land on that 3rd in the bass there. So when you get it up to speed, it sounds kind of like that. See the raking? Now what helps this kind of arpeggio, guys, is if you kind of pull off of that, kind of staccato those notes a little bit. So once again, start on the 5th string, pinky, and then just rake up through that chord. I'll have diagrams on here as well. So, and land on that note. And if you get it up to speed, it sounds kind of like this. And what I did at the end of that rake was just bent that 3rd in the bass up a half step, which brought it back into the 1 chord, which the song changes to there. So it winds up sounding like this. And I kind of shake that and fall off of it. So that's the first lick. The second lick I'm going to show you is a pull-off lick that's based around the Jeff Beck, Jeff's Boogie I was telling you about. And I'll play you just a piece of what I'm talking about, where this comes from. It's just a 3-chord boogie that the Yardbirds had out that give Jeff Beck kind of a chance to show off, I think. So it was started out kind of like... basically how the song went. And in that song, he uses this lick several times. He does all kinds of different licks. At one point in there, he has a little doorbell lick. He does a lick at the top of every, at the head of every progression, I think. So he just starts out like. All he's using there in the key of G is just this G minor pentatonic first position, which is the one we've been over and over. So the one all those cool blues licks come from. And all he's doing is starting with his pinky, pull off to the index finger on the 3rd fret, then same thing, B string, pinky on the 6th fret, index on the 3rd, then ring finger on the G string on the 5th fret, 3rd fret, pull off to the open string, same thing on the D string, where you go 3, 1, open. Same thing on the A string. 5, 3, 1. And then on the 6th string, it's back to the pinky, index, open. So every string gets pulled off to the open position. Anyway, that's the crux of the lick. And so what I'm doing in this song here is I'm actually using it at, I think it's around 2:30. Let's see, it's coming up soon here.
There's a brighter day, the shade of blue. Oh, if only you believed it.
Let me see what I did after that, though.
Oh, if only you believed in you.
Yeah, that's what I thought of. I kind of pulled up on the whammy bar there at the end of it. If you don't have a whammy bar, you can always pull up a lick right like that by putting your index finger or whatever finger behind the nut. And in this case, bending the 6th string up a half step. So what I'm doing there, the lick's coming out of the A minor into that F chord, being in the key of C, C, A minor, F, G chords. It uses the 5th position of the C major pentatonic. So that's a C major pentatonic. And I think I'm using my pinky all the way down, just because it felt easier that day. If I was to practice this slowly, though, I would use the proper fingering probably. But so like I said, just taking that same concept on the Jeff's Boogie and pulling off to the open string. So here you have 5, 3 open on the E string, B string, same thing, G string, 5, 2, these are frets now, 5, 2, open, same on the D string, 5, 2, open, then back to 5, 3 on the A and the E. And then pull that whammy bar up on the big E string to where you're pulling your open E string up to that 1st fret note, which is the F, which is the 4 chord, which the song is going to there. So, and as I say, you can also use your, if you don't have a whammy bar on your guitar, you can just use that index finger behind the nut to pull that note up. So that's the second lick. Oh, and that on the video, that this lick here is about 2 minutes and 34 seconds. So there's a second arpeggio lick at about 4 minutes and 18 seconds in the second chorus. It's kind of a long song. So. Same concepts as we used on the G. C position at the 7th fret. So now we're going to use the G position way up here at the 12th fret. So this is just like a G chord you would play open. Let's take it up here to the 12th fret. And once again, you want to try to, in these rakes, you want to try to staccato these notes as much as possible. It's kind of tricky when you're using a bar for those 3 strings in a row. So once again, it's just a G chord with a bar on the 12th fret. You have 3rd finger, 5th, 15th fret, 14th fret's your middle finger, then bar the D, G, and B strings with your index. And then that pinky's going to hit that 15th fret of the little E string. So you have. And I think at the end of this one, now let me actually go down here and play this. What is 4 minutes and 18 seconds? Getting close here.
Come true. There's a better way.
There you go.
There's a bright.
And what I did coming out of the arpeggio was just bent that. We're coming back to the, once again, that's a 5 chord at the end of the progression, C, A minor, F, G, because coming out of the G. I'm bending that back up to the 3rd in the C chord. It should be that note. And then I go. And I go in and do some more swells after that. So that's the second arpeggio lick there. And once again, those are raked, where, you know, you're just kind of. So you don't actually pick the strings individually, you just rake your pick across the string. And then once you get to the big E, the little E, you're still down, and then you skip it coming back down and start on your B string. Like so. All right, so there's the second arpeggio lick. And there's one more pull-off lick here. And this is about 5:25, towards the end of the song. Here we go. Right there. Let me back up a little bit so you can get a little more. Coming up here. There you go.
If only you believe.
So what I'm doing there, I'm using frets 9 through 12. Once again, this is the same exact pentatonic scale, the 5th position of the C major scale, except this time we're using it as the 5th position of the G major scale, since we're on the G chord. And then we come back into our C major chord at the end of it. And this one actually has, it's a little bit of on an upbeat. Let me see how I'm doing that there. Right before a downbeat. So that lick falls in the right spot where that last note lands on the 1 chord. So once again, it's a. And I'm not pulling off all 6 strings here. I'm just doing the first 5. Then on the E string, I'm just playing the 10th fret and up to the 12th fret. Once again, that's starting at the 12th fret, you're doing ring, index, which is 12 to 10 fret. Same thing on the B string. Then using your pinky and index, it's 12th to the 9th fret. On the G string, same on the D string. Then back to the 12th to the 10th fret with your ring and index on the A string. This is one of my favorite ones here because it's just kind of fun to play, and you get it this high up the neck, pulling off to that open string, and it has kind of a cool sound, I think. Then I go up into that lick, one of the A minor. So anyway, guys, there's a couple, 3 or 4 fun licks for you to work on. I like playing these kind of things every now and then and practicing them just because if you have a few of these underhand, then you can put them anywhere you want to. I knew that Jeff Beck lick from way on back. Well, I've used it throughout the years in different situations, but it takes something like that you learn somewhere and that you pick up and just kind of try to make it your own. Like try to apply it to a different circumstance than the one in which you picked it up in. And so once again, I say I'm thinking about doing a really not intensive, but a kind of in-depth breakdown of Jeff's Boogie that I found on YouTube here recently. That's got all kinds. It's about 6 minutes long, and it's got all kinds of licks, and it's a live performance. Pretty cool stuff. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and I am going to do another lesson about this song, kind of, but it's the swells are just swells, man. Those things that I'm doing, I'm just playing a note and coming up with my volume knob, like so. And the first person I heard do that was actually Roy Buchanan. I have a feeling that may be the first person Jeff Beck heard do it too. And I plan on doing some breakdown of some of Roy Buchanan stuff here soon too. He was a big influence on my playing early on. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like the video here if you like it. Hit that like button. Please subscribe. You have to start your own YouTube channel to do that, I believe, but it's not hard to do. If you just get a Gmail account or whatever, and just get a YouTube account. You don't have to post anything on it or do anything, but you have to have one to subscribe to someone else's YouTube channel. Subscribe, and once you do, hit that notification button, and you will get an email anytime I post a new video. And also, don't forget to go to chuckjonesmusic.com, the subscribe for exclusive content page for all the materials related to this lesson today. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Y'all take care.